All right, and we are live. Welcome in, everybody, to another episode of DISANITY. I'm Walt.
Melissa.
As you can see, we are still remote, unfortunately, but hopefully that'll be ending soon. And I hope everybody's having a great week. Thank you all for being here. We're going to have a fun time tonight, something a little bit different. It's funny because normally with any of these DISANITY weeks, we do pop culture, special guests, games or news and notes. Well, this is the fifth Tuesday this month. So it's like, it's not one of our special nights. So I say, oh, let's just do something fun. Everything seems to be post-apocalyptic lately. So I was like, well, let's do our top 10 post-apocalyptic, I can't say that word, movies. So we're going to have a good time with it tonight. I know you got your list, right?
Yeah.
Yep, and I got mine too. No, don't show anybody.
And I can't see the chat, just so everybody knows the way I'm set up. So if you comment, I apologize. I can't see it.
I will do my very best to let you know what everybody says in the chat. And speaking of that, before we get started, of course, we want to thank Dean over at The Live Place, theliveplace.com. Family-friendly streams throughout the week, Monday through Sunday. If you're looking for a stream, he is the TV guide of live streams. Be sure to check him out. I think he might actually be going later on tonight as well at 9:30. So if somebody wants to put the link in there for that or remind me, I'd appreciate it. So please check out Dean over at The Live Place. He's very supportive of everybody in this community, and we want to support him back. So thank you, Dean. And, of course, our two partner channels. We have Steve's World and Disney Dan, both great partner channels. Steve goes live on Mondays with Just Another Monday Night. And, of course, Dan goes live on Saturdays with Disney Fiasco. So be sure to check those two guys out as well. But now let's get into the chat. Say hi to everybody. Mike Wheeler was first. Welcome in, Mike Wheeler.
Hey, Mike.
Rachel Myers and the Mouse's biggest fan is here. Jackie R. being to Disney. Nathan Rita. David Stevens is in the house. Russ Stapleton. It's Joey's World. It's a special night because you guys are here. Oh, thank you. My Disney Park Memories is in the house. G. Wilson here. There's Steve's World. Steve, good to see you. Emily, LSU mom, is here as well. And I think for now, that's it. But welcome in, everybody. Thank you so much for being here. If you could, please hit the thumbs up. Definitely helps the stream, and it means a lot to us. We'd appreciate that. And before we even get started, I wasn't going to do anything big about this, but at least Richard R. Johns is in the house. Good to see you, Richard. Hope you're doing well. I know Melissa and I both want to give a hearty thank you to everybody. If you're watching live or watching the replay, thank you all for the support. We finally hit 2,000 subs. Yay! So we're very happy and very grateful and honored. And I know most people will do like big streams to celebrate big milestones. I'm not sure yet if we're going to do that, but we want to just let everybody know thank you for the support, whether it's on Twitter, Facebook, obviously YouTube. To hit 2,000 subs is no small feat in our opinion, and we're very thankful. Right?
Absolutely. Thank you, everybody. And everything seems so crazy right now, like literal DISANITY, no matter, just in general and in our lives with everything going on. It's like a big stream. I'm like, I can't take anything else.
Yeah, exactly. So thank you all very much. Brian Eisenhart's in the house. Congrats, Brian. Brian says, hey, people, just found out my mom is a great-grandmother again. So congratulations.
Oh,
that's good news. Captain Akron 27, welcome in. Michelle the Quilter. Welcome in as well, Michelle. Good to see you. Dave, I think I said hi there. Pam's fam's in the house. Hey, Pam, good to see you. And I think we're up to date. Can't stay long, Pam says, having movie night, but wanted to say hello and hit the like button. I appreciate that. And thank you, Emily. Emily said, congrats on 2K. And Rhiannon's in here. Hey, Rhiannon, good to see you. Hope Toby's doing well. He says, Toby and I are watching. And thank you for being here. We appreciate it. And again, 17 likes, so we appreciate that. Thank you all very much. But we're going to have fun tonight. We really are. I think this will be a great time. Melissa and I are going to count down our top 10 post-apocalyptic movies. I can't say that word. The apocalypse. We'll just say it that way. And what we'll do, Mel, we'll count down from 10 to 1. And then, I don't know about you, but I actually have a few honorable mentions as well. What about you?
Not really. I have one that I think is, and I didn't know if it qualified, so we'll find out.
Okay. All right, cool. Nathan Rita, welcome in, buddy. I thought I said hi to you, but if I didn't, welcome in, pal. He's yelling at us. I said, what's up, mousehole? So welcome in, buddy. Good to see you. Just got the notification.
Free, I think.
Yep. Sorry, guys, I had to leave the chat. We had an earthquake in Idaho. Oh, my goodness, Rachel. I'm sorry to hear that. Hope you're okay.
Oh, my gosh.
Yep. Well, I hope everybody's all right out there. Jeez.
Holy cow. Yeah.
Haven't decided yet. Boys, he got you there. Hi, Melissa. I don't see Cam. No, he's probably around. Don't worry about that.
Yeah, he's over there hiding. He doesn't understand that we're having the show all different. Everything's all messed up right now.
Yeah. Well, we'll get it. We'll get it together.
To the show.
All right. So here we go. So number 10 on the list for you. What's your number 10?
I picked good old, what is it, Snake Plissken? Escape from New York.
Okay. How come?
I don't know. I just thought it was funny. I love Kurt Russell.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know. I just kind of like the concept behind it. Really old school. We kind of had to go with it.
That's a great pick. Absolutely. And it might have made my list. If we have any rollovers, save them till you get to your number. But it might have made my list, but I get it. That's a pretty awesome movie for sure. Timothy Rainwaters, welcome in. Alex Brenner, welcome in as well. Alex, hope you're doing well, buddy. Thank you all for being here. Everybody's saying hi. That's a great pick for sure. Snake Plissken. Now, I got to admit, the sequel to that, The Escape from L.A.
Yeah, that definitely didn't make my list.
That was horrible. I can't believe. John Hazelton, welcome in, John. Hope you're doing well. Good to see you.
I hope everything's going well with your family.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, but Escape from L.A. No, that wasn't the best movie whatsoever. So yeah, that one didn't make my list. But good pick on Escape from New York. And everybody in the chat, let us know some of yours too. Let us know your picks on some of the movies you like. So number 10 for me. Most people in here are probably not going to know this movie. I know Melissa knows it through me. It's one of my favorites. It's very old. I'll share my screen so you can see the picture. But this is my number 10. And it's called The Omega Man. It's 1970.
I almost picked that.
Yep, it's 1970 Charlton Heston. It's a take on the I Am Legend book. He's the last man on Earth, but he's not alone. It's you can tell it's a 1970-71 type movie because look at the poster. But it's really good. I enjoyed the movie a lot. I loved it as a kid. It actually gave me nightmares.
Me too.
To be honest.
I have a funny story for that.
Go ahead.
I remember it because my dad was watching it, and I had snuck up behind in the living room and started watching it with him, and I was probably only 7 or 8. And I remember just remembering certain parts of the movie as an adult. I'm like, that movie I just remembered the spear.
Mm-hmm.
And for some reason, as an adult, I remember telling you about it, and you're like, oh yeah, that's the Omega Man. And I had no idea what it was. I just remember it horrified me as a child.
I know. Yep. Hey, Pam, good night.
It's kind of campy.
Oh, I don't think so. I still love it. I could watch that movie.
No, it's good. But compared to how scary things are now, it's not that scary like it was when I was 7 or 8.
Right. No, I get you. Absolutely. Absolutely. But I love it. And a couple of people in the chat. Alex knows what it is, the Omega Man. He likes it. Good night, Pam. Hope you have a good night.
Good night,
you might be
Pam.
showing your age here, Walt. Oh, absolutely. I'm definitely showing my age. Is any of the Omen movies considered apocalyptic?
You know what?
I never even thought of that.
It's right before the apocalypse, right?
Yeah, I think it's probably just before. Let's see. A couple other people said they've heard of it as well. Brian says Soylent Green. That's a spooky one. I don't know that one.
Yes, I saw that one. That's the one when they find out they're eating people. Like they turn people into the food.
just watch the one up on the mountain where they
That's
crash.
That's Charlton Heston too. Soylent Green is Charlton Heston also.
Is it really? Oh, see, I didn't know that. I did not know that whatsoever.
Yeah.
Wow, how about that?
Weird one. It is a weird one.
Interesting. All right, so there you go. That's my number 10. We got your number 10. What's your number 9 though?
Mad Max Beyond Thunderdome.
Oh, the one with Tina Turner.
Yes, I like that one.
We don't need another hero.
We don't. I don't even remember a lot of it. It's been so long, and I guess that actually makes me think of an honorable mention. But anyway, that was probably my favorite of that particular trilogy with what's his name?
Mel Gibson.
Mel Gibson. I'm so sorry. I am just I'm a hot mess. I've had quite a day, more than usual. Tell them, see, Walter's here. This is our other son. Say hi, Walter.
Hi, everyone.
He's been trying to help me.
There he is.
my crazy day. So.
Okay, so what number 9 was Mad Max?
Yeah, Beyond Thunderdome.
All right, great, good job. There you go. That's a go. I love Mad Max. Beyond Thunderdome's not bad. I didn't love that movie. I like the soundtrack. I like her movie in it. Her in it, from the movie and all that. It's not my favorite of that trilogy.
Do you like the first one?
I don't know. We'll have to wait and see if it makes the list.
Oh, okay.
This is your first time on a stream, isn't it?
Yeah. Look.
Oh, there's the new kitty cat. There he is. Say hi.
This is Nico. This is Walter's kitty. This is my grandson.
Oh my God.
I'm his Grammy.
Good Lord. Candy Mob, welcome in. Disney Nerd Herders are in the house. Blue Nose is here. It's a Sunshine Nation invasion.
Hey.
Welcome in. Thank you all for being here. We appreciate it. The Griswold Family Vacations, welcome in. Thank you, everybody. We appreciate it. Don't forget to hit that like button for us. Give us a thumbs up. We're counting down our apocalyptic movies tonight, post-apocalyptic, and we're going to have fun with it. We're having a good time so far. So Alyssa Stenburn, welcome in as well. So Melissa, so far, number 10 for you was?
Escape from New York.
And number 9?
Beyond Thunderdome, Mad Max.
Gotcha. Okay, so my number 9, again, is newer. I had to think about this one for a while. I wasn't sure this one was going to make my list, but it did. And number 9 for me is World War Z. Brad Pitt.
Well, good. That's my number 8.
Say it again.
I said that's good. We can take up that's my number 8.
Oh, okay. Yep, there you go. So yeah, that one was my number 9. I actually enjoyed this movie more than I thought I would. I'm not used to him being in these type of movies. I thought he did a good job. I like the concept behind the movie. The fact that, I hope everybody has seen it. I hate to be a spoiler, but I like the concept that if you are someone who is sick, they don't want you. They just want fresh meat in a lot of ways. But healthy people for sure. If you're not healthy, they won't touch you, which I thought was kind of neat. And so
an interesting concept.
Yeah, it was a good concept for sure. But I did like the movie a lot. I thought it was done really, really well. Zombies, Zombieland. You know what? I got to admit, Charlie, didn't make my list. I don't know if it made Melissa's. I guess we'll find out soon enough. But it didn't make my list. Spin the wheel and make a deal. Oh, yeah. And, of course, just like you were talking about Thunderdome, 2 men enter, 1 man leave. That's what they said when you go into Thunderdome. 2 men enter, 1 man leave. In fact, it could move so fast. Yeah, well, that's the other thing, too. That's the only thing I'll say about that Joey's World is that's what I don't like about zombies. I guess because growing up, zombies were always supposed to be slow and dumb like that. Yeah. So when you had the ones that were like really, really fast and could jump over things, it just didn't make sense to me. I was like, nah, that's not really what a zombie's supposed to be. Dougie, welcome in, Dougie.
Hey, Dougie.
Dougie says the only correct answer is Day of the Dead.
What?
Dougie said the only correct answer is Day of the Dead. What'd you say, Melissa? I'm sorry.
No, I don't even remember now. I'm exhausted.
Oh, you could do it. Come on, stay with me.
Sorry,
no,
guys.
I'm just kidding. No, you're doing good. All right, so number 10, 9, 8. No, you said number 8 for you was World War Z, right?
That's my same as your number 9.
Okay, well, what is it about World War Z for you that you like?
No, I just like the concept, and it was action. It was good. I just like the storyline, but I just like the idea of there was a way to actually escape it, and they figured it out. That's always nice, You have sort of a happy ending, I guess, or a way that,
Yeah, it did actually have a happy ending for sure. Jim, more sunshine, please. Welcome in, buddy. Hope you're doing well. Thank you for being here. All right, let's see here. So let's keep going. So for me, my number 8, you mentioned it earlier. You talked about Mad Max Beyond Thunderdome. I like that one, but my favorite is The Road Warrior. Not Mad Max, not Thunderdome, but the second one of the trilogy, The Road Warrior. I love that movie. I think he's fantastic in it. If you want to get out of here, you talk to me. He's awesome. And the one bad guy with the mohawk. Oh man,
that was a good one.
And the scene of them chasing him in the big rig, the tractor trailer with what you think is all the gasoline in there. It's just an epic scene. I love The Road Warrior. I just think it's fantastic for sure. And it's funny because as a kid, I didn't realize it was a sequel.
Oh yeah.
I didn't know there was Mad Max. I didn't. For me,
there a big gap in between them?
Yes, there was.
Okay.
I didn't know that there was. That's pretty interesting for sure. I did not know that. Blue Nose says, I thought Road Warrior was one of the best post-apocalyptic movies for its time. Oh, absolutely. That's why I made my list. That's why it's number 8 for me. I think it's fantastic. And Candy Mom says she hasn't seen that movie in forever. It's awesome. And it is one of those ones, for me, that's one of those, if it's on, I can watch it. You know? That's you, Melissa, you know?
Yeah. I don't know if I should be here.
And Alex Brenner says, I love all the Mad Max movies. Yeah, I agree. They are really good. Thank you, Alyssa. I appreciate that. She said, congrats on 2K. Joey's World says, in the Road Warrior didn't have all the special effects that they have now. That's true. Yep, it's true. Magic of the Mouse TV, welcome in. Good to see you. The Philly Crew's here. Welcome in. Hope you're doing well. You know what, Brian? I didn't consider that post-apocalyptic. I just took that as being the future. I didn't necessarily take it as apocalyptic. Otherwise, it probably would have been number 1.
Oh yeah, for sure.
For me,
that's what's so hard. I'm like, what kind of define? I mean, some cases it's obvious, and then other cases it's not. So it's like, really, where do we qualify unless they say specifically? You know, I don't know. There's a gray area there for sure. Because I'm with you. That's a great movie. Love that movie.
Yeah, me too. It's one of my favorites of all time. But
yeah.
I didn't take it as post-apocalyptic. I just took it as that's the future. But again, I could be wrong. Again, and that's what's awesome about this is different people are gonna see it different ways. So, what's your number 7, Melissa?
I did Shaun of the Dead. I love Shaun of the Dead.
It actually is funny.
Funny.
It is. It is really funny.
Anyway, just a funny spin on something upsetting, so it makes it that much more enjoyable. The comic version of zombies. So I love Shaun of the Dead.
Yeah, that's actually really funny. I remember the first time we saw that. It's like, what am I watching? But it was actually really funny.
That's what I liked about it.
Oh my gosh, that's so funny. Ross says also Pocahontas, The Vanishing Prairie, Dinosaur, Mighty Ducks 3, A Bug's Life, and Frozen 2 are definitely apocalyptic. Magic of the Mouse TV says they never saw any of these movies. I'm surprised at that. I'm surprised. Oh my god.
Now you have a list. Plenty to do now. So.
There you go. Yeah, I mean, you have plenty of time on your hands. Go watch these movies. Yeah. Joey's World says loves Shaun of the Dead. She's so wasted. Oh my gosh. All right. So my number 7 is, I know everybody has seen this movie. It's really good. I think it's definitely, I guess it's post-apocalyptic again. I guess after it kind of is, it kind of isn't, but it made my list. I considered it apocalyptic for sure. And that is Independence Day. July 3rd is when everybody, when they get hit and the countdown goes to 0, and that's when the whole world is basically pretty much wiped out in a lot of ways, except for a small band, and the aliens are taking over. So Independence Day made the list for me, Melissa. What about you? And what do you think of that one?
See, I love Independence Day, the original one, but I wouldn't have considered that post-apocalyptic, because if I did, it would have been on my list. But now that I'm looking at my next pick, I think this is more futuristic too, but I put it on my list, and that's Total Recall.
Oh, wait, we're not there yet. Oh, all right. That's fine. Oh, no, I was just talking about this one.
But no, I don't know if I think of that. I think of that more as, just an alien movie. But then again, what classifies something as being an alien movie, a zombie movie? It's kind of like your best guess. But I love Independence Day, and it would have been on my list if I had thought of it that way, for sure.
Right. No, I agree. No, you're right.
Actors Jeff Goldblum,
Will Smith.
Will Smith.
Welcome in, Tim Pruitt.
Bill Pullman, right?
Mm-hmm. Judd Hirsch.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. All kinds of people, for sure. It's on the fence just like Terminator. See, there you go. It just depends on what you see. Did you see the video that Simon Pegg and Nick Frost made spoofing Shaun of the Dead about social distancing? I did see it, yes.
No, I got to pull that up. Oh,
Michael Riley, welcome in. Good to see you, buddy. All right, so what was your number 7?
I picked. Actually, no. That was Shaun of the Dead was my number 7. So.
Oh, all right. I'm sorry. And my number 7 was Independence Day. Number 6. I'm sorry. You said it was Total Recall.
Well, I picked Total Recall, but thinking about it, it really isn't. It's more futuristic. I think.
It's just the future. But no, I mean, that's a great pick. I love that movie. Welcome in, Shep. Shep family's in the house. Everybody say hi to Shep. Brian, hope you're doing well. I love Total Recall, but I mean, I guess it could be just depending upon what's going on with the world. Yeah, I took that more as sci-fi, futuristic.
Yeah, now that I think about it. And I did a lot of research online. It was funny how the different lists I found were all very much different. There was a handful that were on everybody's list, but then there were a bunch that were different. And I'm like, well, I guess that counts. So I don't know. I just really enjoyed that movie, and a couple of the sites I looked at said they were. So I'm like, I'll pick it. Yep.
And Amy AGC Magic TV, welcome in. Brian wants to know which Total Recall. Obviously, the one with Arnold Schwarzenegger. It's not even close. The one with Arnold.
The new one, I don't have any desire to see the new one. I've heard it had horrible ratings, and
I love the one with Arnold Schwarzenegger. I think he's fantastic in it. So my next pick for me, number 6 on my list is, and I think everybody knows this one as well. It's definitely a big movie. Let's see if I can get it to pull up here. And Melissa, I know you're going to like this one. It's The Matrix. That's definitely post-apocalyptic. Everybody's being run by machines. People are being harvested and brought to life to fuel the machines. And I love this movie. I love the concept behind it. I can't remember what the name of the 2 brothers are that made these movies, but it's fantastic. What do you think of The Matrix, Mel?
Oh yeah, I would probably make my list at some point.
Thanks, John. Yeah, it's awesome. I love Keanu Reeves. I think he's really, really cool. For a while there, he was typecast as the airhead dumb guy, and then he started getting into these types of roles, and he's been great ever since. Yeah. So I love it.
Yep. I love him too.
Dougie says Planet of the Apes, Day of the Dead, The Matrix, not the sequels. Judge Dredd for sure. Noah, welcome in, buddy. Good to see you. Hope you're doing well. Let's see what else we got here. So that's a great pick for me, I think. I mean, that's why it's number 6 on the list. Is, of course, you got it, The Matrix. So let's see. Is that right? Is that number 6 already? 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Yep. Wow. We are moving right along. And I think I have said hi to everybody in the chat. And a lot of other people are saying, too. Brian says, I can't believe they're doing The Matrix 4. I don't really know how they're going to do that. You know, Mel?
That doesn't make any sense. They're all dead.
Well, the 2 main ones are dead. And Mr. Smith.
I don't care about anybody else. I mean, that's not true, but you know what I mean. So
that's true. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what they're doing there. But Alyssa Stenberg says she loves the Matrix. Matrix is good. I actually didn't mind all 3 of them. The second and the third were fine. They weren't as good as the first, obviously, but they weren't terrible in my opinion. They weren't terrible. And Dougie says not the stinky Stallone Judge Dredd, but the good one. I know which one he's talking about. But okay, so let's see. Dougie says Matrix 2 and 3 were bad enough. 4 is entirely unnecessary. I agree.
Yeah. I do too.
Again, I don't think 2 and 3 were bad. I just don't think they were great. They were just they're fine. That.
Yeah.
Joey's World says, what about the Book of Eli? I don't know. We'll see. We'll see as the list goes on. You never know. Might make the list. Eric Newman, welcome in, buddy. Eric Newman is in the house as well. Ross Stapleton says, maybe it's going to be The Matrix after the Windows 10 update. Maybe.
Oh, God.
Let's hope not. Oh, my gosh. Oh, my gosh. Did you see that? That's wow. Blue Nose, that's incredible. Thank you so much. Blue Nose with the $50 super chat.
Wow.
Congratulations on 2K subs, Walt. Thank you, Blue Nose. Everybody, please put hearts in the chat for Blue Nose for that extremely generous, unbelievably generous.
I would very easily
$50 super chat. Thank you so much. Everybody, please thank him. And that's extremely generous. Thank you so much for that. God bless you. We love you. And that's so generous. Thank you so much, Blue Nose. Wow, that's incredible. Thank you so much. Chris is amazing. You're right, Steve. He definitely is, and he's extremely generous. Thank you so much, buddy. Now I lost my train of thought. I don't remember where we were. Oh, my number five. My number five. You said yours was again. What was it?
I haven't done mine yet.
Oh, you didn't? Okay, go ahead. Number five for you. See, look, now
I think of these movies as definitely post-apocalyptic because some of it happens in current day and some of it is from post-apocalyptic times, and that's the Terminator. And this one is I'm picking the original one for number five, because it's the original. It's the start. It's where it all begins. And I love Arnold in this. Really good movie. I love Sarah Connor. But it's where it start, and I very much enjoy Terminator series, so I picked the Terminator.
That's a great pick. By the way, Donna Jaworski, welcome in, Donna. Thank you so much for being here, dear. Everybody say hi to Donna. Hope she's doing well. Hopefully we'll get to see you again someday, Donna.
I know.
It'd be really nice. I forgot what outside looks like.
Oh, God. I posted on Facebook. We have other friends down there that we kept telling we were going to move down, and I posted on Facebook. I said, I'm so glad we moved to Florida so we can't see you.
Yeah, I know. No, but the Terminator is a great pick.
I can't see the chat, everybody, so if I'm not commenting, it's because I can't see it. So Walt's going to have to interpret. I don't want anybody to think that I'm just ignoring you. I'm a bit out of it today, but I'm not that out of it.
Rachel says, Camden, I love you so much. I'm taking you home, by the way.
No,
Dougie says the Terminator is so much better than T2. It's dark and grim and unrelenting. Well, Dougie, I'm going to have to respectfully disagree with you, but we'll get to that later on.
T2.
And Charlie says the best post-apocalyptic movie, wait for it, Weekend at Bernie's. There you go. I love that movie, by the way.
Was that Mason laughing in the back?
Yeah. So my next one, number five for me, somebody said it earlier. I do think this movie is pretty awesome for sure. And it's The Book of Eli with Denzel Washington. I really like this movie a lot. I think it's really done well. I think part of the reason why I like it so much is because it has a religious tone to it. We're talking about the Bible, and it really does. It talks about how significant the Bible can be in a good way and a bad way. Gary Oldman wanted to take it and use it in a bad way to manipulate people, whereas, Eli took it as in a good way to help people with their faith and bring them back. And it's awesome. I just love this movie so much. I don't like the ending. But it is what it is. I really like this movie a lot, and it's The Book of Eli for me. What do you think, Melissa?
I'm going to save my comments for a little later.
Okay, for sure. I do. I love this movie. Let me know in the comments, guys, if you guys seen The Book of Eli. I know somebody said it earlier. I love it. I think it is fantastic. Emily said that. Yep, and LSU mom said it too. She said The Book of Eli is an amazing movie. I agree. I think it's pretty awesome for sure. Alex Bronner says, I love The Book of Eli. You can't go wrong with Denzel's quoting scripture. That's true. I mean, it's just true. I agree 100%. When he's there with her and they're at the table and he takes her hands and he's like, what are we doing? And he goes, we're praying. And amen. It's awesome. It's just, I love it. I think it's a fantastic movie. So that's my number 5. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. You know me, I can't remember. I have to count them down or I won't remember at all. So, all right. So that's my number 5. Melissa, what's your number 4?
My number 4 is actually the newer version of the Omega Man. I picked I Am Legend, the one with Will Smith that they did. I enjoyed this. It was good for, I guess it's considered a remake. It is based off the same book. It was changed up quite a bit. The ending was quite different. The book is much different than both of the movies. I've read it. But I enjoyed this. It's definitely creepy, when you see them out in the big city and nobody's there. He's driving the Shelby Mustang, which I really want. And then he's talking to the mannequins in the store, and imagine how lonely it must be. Desperately looking for a cure. And I liked the movie. I liked it a lot. It was very sad, with how he lost his family, but I enjoyed the movie very much.
Yep. Guess what? It was mine too. It was my number. Funny. It was my number 4 as well. I know Dougie doesn't agree. He says no. I'm sorry, Dougie. I thought the movie was done really, really well. I think it was very. It had a lot of similarities to the book. I thought that Will Smith did a great job on the movie. I thought it was done well. It wasn't great. I don't like the fact that the zombies or whatever you want to call them kind of had like super strength and superpowers, which they could jump and crawl up buildings and stuff like that.
Right.
I think that was a little far-fetched. But I think the idea of him being alone and like talking to mannequins because he just didn't have any social outlet other than the dog. And I don't want to give it away, but that when he.
The worst.
All right, well, you just gave it away. Nice, you just gave it away. Good job.
Been out for 100 years. If you haven't seen it, then too bad.
But to lose that social outlet of who to talk to in that way, it was very real in a lot of ways. They destroyed the book that ending.
The zombies too were way too, because you could tell they were real. They were CGI, but they weren't the greatest. I didn't like a lot about the zombies themselves.
Right, and I agree. And I agree with him. Dougie says they destroyed the book. That ending all wrong. How dare they? I agree. Yeah, the ending was not done well at all. I mean, it's a lot different. Yeah. And in the books, they're not zombies. You can turn into a zombie, but everybody has it in them. Everybody has the virus in them. The virus you can live with it and you can be normal like you and I, or it can turn you. Everybody has it. He's the only one that's immune from it. And that's where it's different from the book to the movie. It's a good take, though, for sure.
But I'll give you that, Dougie. I was very disappointed in the ending. I definitely was.
Robert Matheson, he says, is a master of science fiction. He deserves more respect than that. I agree. That's where, look, we Melissa and I know Steve is going to disagree. We hated Angels and Demons, the movie, because it was so different from the book. It was horrendous. They take liberties. They take liberties when it comes to books to movies a lot. We see it all the time, and sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't.
Good out of that book, and everything that was good was not in the movie. That book was fantastic. I actually should read it again. It's been a while, but I thought that was a fantastic book, and that movie was nothing like the book. It was so disappointing.
But that's another story. So just so everybody can.
Tights. That was a disappointment too.
Yeah, that was too. So, just so you know, I Am Legend was my next pick for sure. That would have been my number 4 for sure. Everybody else is saying this. Shep, take care, buddy. Shep's leaving. Shep, thanks for being here, pal. I appreciate it. It died again, Lisa. I had to replace both units. Oh, my goodness. Donna, that's not good. She had to put over 15,000 hours later. Her air conditioning. Oh, my gosh.
Oh, my God. In the new house? Oh, Donna.
I like the poster too, Alex Bryant. I think it's probably kind of a cool poster for sure. All right, so let's see. So that was our number 4, right?
Yeah.
All right, so let's get down to number 3, and we're going to talk some Disney after this as well, guys, because I know we're just flying through these. But what's your number 3, Mel?
I actually picked The Matrix for my number 3.
I
just put the whole trilogy on here because I didn't have any issues so much with 2 and 3. I mean, like you said, they weren't the best. I kind of like that in a way. I think they were trying to do almost a reference to, with them at the end when they died, almost like a biblical reference. I don't know. That's why I'm wondering about the 4th one, if they're going to try to resurrect or something. Who knows? But, I did enjoy that movie. I like the concept that makes you think, that, life really wasn't real. What they thought was real really wasn't real. And you have to decide, do I want to leave this behind? And then makes you wonder, too, that if I knew what Neo knew, would I even want to go to what reality was? Their reality was horrible.
Yeah, it's true.
Part of me would be, I'd prefer to be plugged in. Do I want to know the truth? I mean, and that's what's interesting. It's like, would you really want to live a fake life? And I don't know. I just thought it was a really interesting concept about that, because looking at everything they went through and the suffering and the this and the that, I'm like, geez, pick your poison.
It's true. And the thing about it is they even had it in the movie. The one guy that turned on him, he goes, you can reinsert me. I want to be rich. I want to be this. I want to be that. He didn't care. He would rather have lived that way than live the way he did. Yeah, everybody's saying, oh no to Donna. Donna for sure. I'm sorry, dear. But at least now you got brand new air conditioners. For a long, long time, for sure.
Well, that's what's terrible. She just bought the house.
Yeah.
That's what makes it so frustrating. It's not like you've been there 15 years and you got to, let's go find that inspector, Donna.
Yeah, Dougie says The Matrix is a wonderful modern version of the allegory of the cave, and it's just so good. Huh, never heard of that one, Dougie. Have to look that one up. Well, my number...
what's the word? Stop being so intelligent tonight. I can't. Don't make me think.
Excuse me. Well, my number 3, you already said it. It's really high on my list because it's one of my favorites. It's Escape from New York, Snake Plissken. It's funny because the movie came out in 1980, and it's set way into the future, 2010. It is. It's set way in. It's set in 2010, and it's just so funny. Here we are in 2020, and you just kind of chuckle at it now. But it's a campy movie. It's so fun, though. I love it. I think it's fantastic. Snake Plissken is such a great character. Basically, New York City, Manhattan Island, has been turned into a maximum security prison. That's where the worst of the worst go. And you know what they say? Once you go in, you never come out. It's that simple. You fend for yourself.
New York is right now.
Kind of. Yeah, it's true. But it's so neat. And the president of the United States, his plane goes down inside there, and he's got to get him out within 24 hours because they have a China and U.S., which is really funny if you think about it, a China and U.S. treaty that he needs to get to before World War III. And he's got 24 hours to get to this treaty, and he's got 24 hours to get him out. And it's just a neat concept. I love it. Yeah. I really do. Alex Brunner says Kurt Russell looks so cool with an eye patch, and the score is awesome. Yeah. The whole movie is awesome. It is. It really is awesome for sure.
It is.
Yeah.
It makes me want to go watch it again. I haven't seen it in ages.
No, and Magic and the Mouse is true. They said that one was good. The second one wasn't as good. What was it? Escape from L.A. Yeah, Escape from L.A. was horrible. But John Carpenter was definitely at the top of his game on that one, Dougie. I agree with you. Escape from New York was just... And what's his name? Michael Biehn is in it. He's the one with the funky-looking hair. He's the one from the Terminator, Sarah Connor's boyfriend.
Oh.
That's him. The real weird one that had the funky-looking hair that would laugh that had the weird laugh. Okay. That's the same guy.
One that's actually the father of...
Yeah, the dad in Terminator. That's him in Escape from New York. He's the crazy looking one with the funky looking hair. You know,
I can't quite remember, but that's funny.
Mm-hmm. And of course, Mr. Big. It's a fun movie for sure. Brian says now it's Escape from the New York human malware epidemic.
Right.
Oh my God! I didn't know there was going to be. Dougie says there was going to be a third Escape from New York or Escape from something. I didn't know that. I didn't know that at all. That's kind of funny. That's interesting. I did not know that. So there you go. Let's see what else we got. Yeah, Kyle Reese, right? Kyle. That's exactly right, Dougie. Yep.
Thank you.
He's in Tombstone. Yeah, he is in Tombstone. I think he's a bad guy in Tombstone, though. Michael Biehn.
But what's the son's name? The one who's supposed to save the world? What Connor? What's his first name? I'm blanking out.
John Connor.
John. Right. Most basic name on the planet, and I can't remember it.
Dougie, are you being serious? Dougie says the third one was going to be called Escape from Earth. He's got to be lying. He's got to be kidding.
Who knows?
Oh my gosh, that's so funny. All right, Melissa, number 2 for you. Thank you all for hanging in there, by the way. We appreciate it. We got 30 watching.
So my number 2, I'm back to the Terminator series, and this was pretty close to being a number 1 for me, but I love T2. I love that movie.
Judgment Day?
I love that Arnold's back, but he's not bad. He's good. And then the new brand of the cyborg was so cool with turning into the liquid metal, and just the fact that John Connor is a kid and he's trying to save him, and Sarah Connor's super buff and everybody thinks she's crazy. And I don't know. I just thought it was really good. I know Dougie's like boo, 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 but oh my gosh, I loved this movie. I loved it. Yeah,
I agree 100%. I think it's pretty awesome too. Alex Brunner says T2 is my favorite Terminator movie. It is. It's pretty awesome. I love that movie as well. That's a great pick. Well, my number 2, though, again, I consider this apocalyptic. It's definitely the end of the world for sure. I thought this movie, I was really surprised at the twist at the end of it, but for me, it's Armageddon. The meteor's coming and it's basically going to wipe out the Earth, and they have to send it. It's the end of the world for sure.
It's the apocalypse.
Yeah, I guess, but I took it as it's Armageddon, for crying out loud. I mean, the name itself kind of gives it that connotation, but it's a great movie. And really, to be honest with you, I was kind of surprised at the end. I just didn't think he was going to die. I didn't.
Yeah.
When he made the promise to his daughter, saying, "I promise I'll walk you down the aisle," I thought, "Oh well, he's definitely not going to die now. He's going to break the promise." And then when he's in that ship and he goes, "I hate to say it, dear, but I'm going to have to break that promise." I was like, "He can't die."
Yeah.
I said, "He's not going to die." It was. It really, really was. I just kept saying to myself, "Nah, he's not going to die. Nah, he can't die."
Yeah. I love him anyway.
Yeah, he is awesome. Oh my gosh, it was it's crazy. It's it's done well. It's campy and cheesy at times and a little over the top, but every single time they get the next hurdle and you think, "Oh my God, they're never going to do it now. They're never going to save them now. They're never going to be able to overcome this hurdle," and they get by. Every single one of them when they got like 2 seconds left, and he's like, "Do a good job, and then they finally stop and he goes, "Good job." It's like, no kidding. Oh, that's a good one for sure, though. That's my number 2. Let's see what everybody's saying in the chat. Brian says T2 was an awesome Universal attraction. We did see it. We saw the Terminator. Yes, we did.
I did too. I was kind of sad that it went away. I mean, I know it ran its course, but I enjoyed it. I liked it.
That's funny. Alex said he just watched Armageddon yesterday on HBO. I know it's like an HBO mainstay.
That's funny, especially now. Like when you pull up Netflix, there's all these different movies, like the 28 Days Later and the all the Biohazard. It's like pandemic movies.
Yeah, exactly.
That everybody's watching. Like that is.
Yeah, which makes no sense. I don't watch those.
That's not helping at all.
Yeah, no. Dougie says, "Is Armageddon the one where the lad is all, 'Let me shake the hand of the daughter of the bravest man I ever met'?" He says, "If it is, my ex cried for 2 straight hours. It was then I realized she wasn't for me." For 2 straight hours, I'm with you, Dougie.
Yeah, even for me, and I'm the biggest crybaby I know.
Yeah. I would take about 2 straight minutes of Melissa crying, and I'd be like, "Okay, get over it."
He would too.
Oh, didn't Guns N' Roses do the song for Terminator 2? No, I don't think for T2, but I know they did the song for Armageddon. It's the one I don't want to close my eyes or I'll miss you, babe. You know what I'm talking about? I don't want to miss a thing.
That's Aerosmith.
Oh, that's right. That's Aerosmith. I don't know about Guns N' Roses. Maybe. Yeah, I'm getting my bands mixed up.
There might have been. Isn't that terrible?
Yeah, there you go. Blue Nose says, "I don't want to close my eyes. Don't want to fall asleep because I'd miss you, babe. And I don't want to miss a thing." I'm not singing it. Dougie says, "I have no time for that, Donna. Imagine when something actually sad in real life happens. How would she be then?"
Oh, that's true, Dougie, but I mean, I'm just as bad, so it's terrible. I'll cry at movies I've seen, Disney movies, that I've seen 12 times, and I know how they end. I can't help it.
I am not singing it. Joey's World told me to sing it. I'm not singing it. Oh, no way. Oh, it is Guns N' Roses. Jim and Blue Nose both said it is Guns N' Roses. Had a song called "You Could Be Mine" in T2. I don't know that.
You could be mine. I can't sing worth the crap, but yeah.
That's in the movie?
Something about being out of time. Yeah, I know that.
I don't remember that. Isn't that terrible? I don't remember that part of the movie when that song came into it. That's really, really weird. Huh.
Yeah, I know. It didn't click.
That is absolutely crazy. Why do I not remember that? Huh.
I don't remember it.
Everybody's saying, "Sing it, Melissa. Sing it, girl." No, Walt's not singing it. Nope. All right, Melissa. So number 1 for you, and then we'll get to our honorable mentions. What's number 1?
Well, probably pretty obvious, but I picked Book of Eli. I really like this as my number 1 because of the spiritual connotation. It really threw me for a loop. I guess I wasn't expecting it when we were watching this. And it really kind of meant a lot to me that, what everybody went through and how much they wanted the Bible. And I'm like, you don't see those things anymore. And just the concept at the end that the only one that was left was in Braille, and Gary Oldman's character's dying, like to the point where he has gangrene so bad you can smell him, like they were saying, and the sheer fact that Eli knew the entire Bible by heart, and that's how they were able to interpret it and spread it to everybody else. Like he didn't even need it. He carried it the whole time, and he didn't even need it. And I don't know. I just thought it was an amazing concept for a movie, just something unexpected for its time, and just how much everybody was just dying to have those words. And for being a Christian person, I know that's something that means a lot because we take that for granted. And too many people don't care about that anymore. And to see something like that in that kind of, being a little sappy, I guess, but even like in today's circumstances,
No, I agree.
Get brought more together and realize that things in life are important and appreciate the things that you have because you don't know what can happen in life. And I just thought that was a really good movie.
Yeah, I thought it was great too. I love the fact that he knew. He's like, just get a pen and paper, and I'll start reciting it to you. And he goes, what did he say in the beginning? Then there was,
heaven and the earth.
Yep.
Starting from Genesis 1:1 all the way through. I can't.
God said, "Let there be light," and there was light. Yeah, it was neat. It's a good. Let's not get biblical. But anyway.
I can't help it.
Religious education will be that one Sunday. We'll have that one on Sunday school. But no, I love it.
Personally, so.
Yeah, exactly. Magic of the Mouse says, new coming to Disney Plus. Escape from the Magic Kingdom and Mutant Mickey. Oh, Timothy Rainwater says, I love the Book of Eli. I was fixing to say something earlier, but I didn't. Please, say what you want. Did Waterworld make the list? I might have missed it. Waterworld did not make my list. I was not a fan of that movie.
Man, no, it bothered me. I don't know why. I wanted to like it because that was during the time poor Kevin Costner. He kept, I don't know, everybody just
hit and misses, in my opinion.
So good that he kept missing the mark. And I don't know. I know it's not all his fault, but I didn't love Waterworld. I don't know. I guess it was a neat concept that people were kind of changing to meet based on the fact that their atmosphere, he had the gills or whatnot. So it was interesting that they did the whole, evolving thing, if you want.
Right. And Alex, Timothy Rainwaters kind of confirms what Brian said. Brian said, was Eli blind? Nobody really said. And Timothy said the amazing thing, if you really paid attention at the end, is that Eli was blind. Yes, right. That's why he could read the book, because he would read the book. Yeah. He would read it, and he'd read it all the time.
He probably read it over and over and over and over. That's how he was able to memorize it.
Yeah, he was Brian, for sure. Yeah. Dougie said a grand total of one person enjoyed Waterworld. His name was Kevin Costner.
See, at least we agree.
And Dennis Hopper. I'm sure Dennis Hopper liked it, too.
And it's too bad, because I think maybe it could have been good.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, it was an interesting concept. I can't imagine, though. It does seem extremely frustrating to me to be able to not find any dry land. Yeah. I don't know. I think it just made me frustrated.
Brian said, I turned Waterworld off after he drank his pee.
Ew.
Yeah.
Right. I forgot about that.
I'm fine. I mean, I understand waste not, want not, but
yeah,
that's kind of taking it too far. Waterworld did lose a lot of money. Yes, it did. All right, number one on your list, Melissa. This is the biggie. What? Oh, you just said it, didn't you? Right? Book of Eli. That was your number one. I'm sorry. Well, my number one was your number two.
Okay.
T2, Terminator.
It was very close for me. Very close for me.
Terminator 2 Judgment Day was my number one. I love T2. I love Arnold. I don't like Arnold Schwarzenegger as a bad guy. Even in the original Terminator, I really didn't want him to be a bad guy. I like him as a good guy. I do.
He did good.
Oh, yeah, he was great in the role. But I just don't like him as a bad guy. And when he came back as the Terminator in the second one, but he was a good guy, it was like, yes.
Yeah.
And then he died in the end, and I was like, no.
Oh. I know he always dies in the end as a good guy a lot. I'm like,
I know. Avery, the Cuban-American, welcome in, buddy. Avery, everybody say hi to Avery. Hope you're doing well, buddy. I do. I really like Terminator 2 Judgment Day. It kind of took it up to another level. The Terminator that was coming after him was much more complex, much more advanced. It was awesome. What they were trying to do was really cool. They were trying to kill him when he was still a kid so that he couldn't even do what he did as an adult. It was done really, really well. All the acting was done really well. The action scenes were great. Linda Hamilton was fantastic in this role.
She rocked.
Detroit Disney duo, welcome in. Good to see you. Thank you for being here. So I really love the movie. I thought it was fantastic. I remember seeing it. I got to tell you guys, I saw it when I was in the Air Force. I had just gotten out of basic training. When you graduated from basic training, you got a couple days off before you had to head out to your first assignment, your first deployment, wherever you were going next. And we went to the movies, and we went and saw T2. Yep, that's what we did. We said, "Oh, I want to see this movie."
That's funny. I don't blame you. It was good. And I was still in high school.
Yep.
I was like
Joey's, well, I don't want him to be a kindergarten cop, Arnold Schwarzenegger, but I do like him as a good guy. Like, I loved him in End of Days.
although I liked kindergarten.
I loved him in The Running Man. I loved him in Total Recall. I loved him in in Predator.
Oh, End of Days was depressing too.
End of Days is a good movie though. But
Yeah,
it's just he can be a real bad but be a good guy at doing it. Like in him in Predator and The Running Man, just awesome movies, and he's good guys.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Charlie says Planet of the Apes, the original, and the Road Warrior are probably my favorites. Road Warrior made my list, Charlie. And speaking of honorable mentions, I don't know about you, Melissa, but I got my honorable mentions. You have a few?
Yeah, I have a couple that have come to mind since. And I wasn't sure if this really counted because, again, this may be more of a sci-fi than it is post-apocalyptic. But when you think of the Hunger Games, I really enjoyed the Hunger Games trilogy. And because I read the books first, so I actually enjoyed the books probably a little more than I did the movies. But I guess that would be a good honorable mention for me.
Okay.
It's definitely something that could be considered post-apocalyptic, I think.
Yeah,
just
absolutely.
The fact that they're making kids fight to the death. I'm like in a game, that's just nuts.
It is.
So.
Yeah, I agree. No, I agree 100%. Russ says, I forgot about Planet of the Apes. And Magic of the Mouse says, speaking of apocalypse, Walt, I watched your video when you drove through Disney. That had to be strange. It was strange.
Yeah.
I did it a few times. I've driven over there a few times. And each time I've done it, it's gotten worse and worse. First time I did it, there were still cars around. Not everything was closed down just yet. The theme parks were closed, but the resorts were still open. Second time I went back, everything was closed, but Disney Springs was still open, so there were several cars here and there. Last time I went, everything was closed. There was nobody. Yeah, and I had a security guard tailing me. I don't know what he thought I was going to do, but it's been pretty creepy for sure. Let's see. Magic in the Mouse says, Mouse Talk, where were you stationed at in the Air Force? It's a long story. I was stationed on a naval base down in Pensacola, Florida. Books were better, Brian says. I had to learn the shotgun spin reel. Some movies are dystopian, others are post-apocalyptic. Yeah, I guess though. I guess Hunger Games would probably be dystopian. Probably.
Yeah.
Maze Runner's another one. That's probably post-apocalyptic, I'm sure.
Yes, that's another one that I was very similar to Hunger Games, and I read those too. Movies
Commando.
were bad. Zombieland, somebody mentioned earlier too.
Yeah. Blue Nose says Commando's awesome, and the bad guy in Commando is the same bad guy with the Mohawk and Road Warrior. Yes, it is. I agree. Yeah. He's just got hair in this one. The park's empty is so weird. Kind of reminds me of the TV series Life After People. Charlie says, Walt, if you ever see Charlton Heston while driving around Disney, then you worry. It's true. The Omega Man made my list, Charlie. It made my list. Oh, my God. That's so funny.
And if you see Charlton Heston just about anywhere, I'd be worried.
Yeah, well, seeing as if he's gone, if you're seeing Charlton Heston, you're probably in heaven with him.
I don't think we're in Kansas anymore.
No, you're probably not on Earth. I don't think we're on Earth anymore. All right, so is that your only honorable mention?
Yeah, those. I mean, Maze Runner was good. Zombieland. I thought I had another one that came to mind while we were talking, but it's now left my mind. So you go ahead.
All right. Well, I had several. One of them, of course, is Invasion of the Body Snatchers. The original Invasion of the Body Snatchers, the one with with Donald Sutherland, the original from back in the 70s. That one's kind of. It's not a good ending to that movie. We don't win. We don't win in the end. Yeah, we lose. The body snatchers win, basically.
Wow.
We don't win in the end. Don't know if you mentioned. Jim says, don't know if you mentioned this. Original Planet of the Apes was written by Rod Serling in Twilight Zone. I didn't know he wrote it. How about that? But that one was next for me. The Planet of the Apes, the original, again with Charlton Heston. I love that one. Charlton Heston, Roddy McDowall. Pretty neat for sure.
I've never seen them all the way through. Their little monkey faces kind of freaked me out.
Well, for the 60s, I think it was the 60s. The prosthetics they used was pretty good for that time, actually. Not bad.
I agree. It just made me, I was like, ooh.
Yeah, it was different. Yeah. But the other one I picked too was this one's going to be different, Melissa. I think you'll remember this one when I say it. Seeking a Friend for the End of the World.
I don't know that one.
It's the one with Steve Carell and Keira Knightley. It's when the comet is going to hit the Earth.
That's depressing.
It's actually really good though. It's a good.
Apocalyptic.
Nah, well, I guess, but it's still it's the end of the world because they can't stop. They can't stop the comet. The comet's coming. Right, they can't stop it, and it's going to hit the Earth, and they've only got a certain amount of days left. And he meets her. I just liked it. I thought it was really good.
It was good. Really sad, but really good. I'd forgotten about that movie.
Oh, yeah, and Jim, you're right. There was a Body Snatchers in 1956. The Donald Sutherland one was a remake. I'm sorry. I forgot about that. That's right. It was. And, of course, they did another remake of it with Nicole Kidman called Invasion.
What about, I guess you could say War of the Worlds.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely.
Tom Cruise.
Charlie said The Day After Tomorrow. Did anybody mention that one? I didn't.
Oh, yeah.
I remember it, though.
Yep, the one where all the ice and the... Or what's the one, too, where the comet's going to hit and is The Day After... Is that what he just said?
Deep Impact. You're thinking of Deep Impact.
Deep Impact.
Deep Impact was okay. That wasn't too bad. I think Seeking a Friend for the End of the World, I thought that was good. I liked it. And look, you can't have a post-apocalyptic movie if you don't talk about Dawn of the Dead. You got to have one on there. I mean,
I've never seen it.
Dawn of the Dead is pretty interesting for its time. I think it's Dawn of the Dead, the original one. Or it was Day of the Dead first. I don't remember. Dougie would know. But that original one, that black and white one, was just groundbreaking. It was different for its time, and it was pretty neat. Day of the Dead.
Seen it
yeah, they're good. They're all good, to be honest with you. But I enjoyed them. I thought they were great. Somebody said Ash and the Evil Dead. Dougie.
What about the spooky one with oh my gosh, Seth Rogen and they're supposed to be them. They're playing themselves.
Oh, yeah, The End of the World. The End of the World or something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, it was really stupid, but kind of funny. What's the main guy's name? The curly-haired one from the Pineapple Express. Franco. James
Franco, Seth Rogen. Yeah, they're all in it. Yep. That was fine. That was okay. They had a lot of cameos. A lot of cameos in that movie.
It was silly.
Rhiannon said the one with all the ice. She says, I was hoping you were talking about the Santa Claus. I hope that's not post-apocalyptic.
That's a lot more fun.
Charlie, that doesn't surprise me. Charlie says his number one is Shaun of the Dead.
I love Shaun of the Dead.
Rhiannon says she's better with Christmas movies.
Me too. This was hard for me. It took me a lot of time to research because a lot of these movies I haven't seen for a really long time, and I'm not into scary. And I know a lot of them like I know thrillers I can do, but like I don't know, it's not my genre for sure.
Yeah. More sunshine, please. Jim says 12 Monkeys, also with Bruce Willis. It's about a future devastated by disease. I didn't like that movie.
I didn't see it.
I didn't like it. It's Bruce Willis. I think Brad Pitt's in it with him too, a young Brad Pitt. Yes, I didn't like it at all. And Blue Nose says it's weird. We have The Day After and The Day After Tomorrow talking about movies, but they're two totally different things. The Day After Tomorrow is about, if I'm not mistaken, it's just about a title, isn't it? Just about global warming, right? Isn't it? Just basically the the Northern All Freezes or something like that. That's the one with Jake Gyllenhaal or the other guy. But The Day After is about nuclear war. Okay, that's the one with Jason. It's back in the early 80s. It's called The Day After, and it's the day after the bombs hit and all the fallout and stuff like that. So they're two totally different concepts for movies, though.
What about the one with the Killian guy? Isn't that the one, the 28 days later?
Yeah.
And then they have like 28.
Yeah, Cillian Murphy. Yeah, 28 weeks and 28 days later. Good movies. They're both good.
Those are definitely post-apocalyptic movies. I don't know that I've ever seen either of them. I might have seen part of the first one.
Mm-hmm.
So again, not always my thing, but so not super familiar. Although, you know what? I didn't mind the newer. We didn't bring this one up. The newer Mad Max movie, the one with Charlize Theron.
Fury Road. Fury Road. That's not bad.
It wasn't that bad. Actually, It was I was surprised. I went into it with no expectations, but I thought it was pretty good.
Yeah. No, Charlie, The Day After Tomorrow is not the one with Jason Robards. That's just The Day After. The Day After Tomorrow is the one it's set in New York with like Jake Gyllenhaal or one of those. I think you can look it up for me, but
Isn't that the one
The Day After is just the one from about nuclear war. You were going to say, Melissa? What were you saying?
No. I just nothing.
Dougie, wake up, please. Good Lord. Elmo and Grouchland, Dougie says.
That's what I feel like right now.
28 Days Later is definitely a zombie movie. Somebody said 28 Days Later is like a zombie movie. Absolutely, for sure. And Wall-E is definitely a post-apocalyptic.
Mike, Rachel lives in Idaho, and she told us that earlier.
Yeah. Everybody pray for.
Shocked. Mike just said the earthquake.
Yeah, everybody pray for Rachel and everybody in Idaho. There was this earthquake out there, 6.5. She said. So.
Wow.
I hope she's doing okay.
Not something you Idaho. I mean, I realize there's faults all over the place, but you don't hear about that. That is just crazy.
Right. Yeah, it's funny. 28 Days. It's funny. You have a movie called 28 Days, and then you have another movie called 28 Days Later. The 28 Days is the Sandra Bullock movie. And the 28 Days Later is the zombie movie set in the UK. Mm-hmm.
You're kidding.
No, 28, it's two totally different types of movies, Melissa.
No, I know, but I don't remember because I know, oh God, I can't, I'm so tired. I've been doing a lot of packing and moving and nothing technological is working right. And I'm like frustrated.
Donna says that would be 56 days. Goodness gracious. And Steve says Wall-E is the best. Mm.
Oh, Wall-E, yeah, that's technically a... You're right.
Yeah, Mom, Candy Mom says it's the scary one of 28 Days I didn't like. Mom's rubbing off on me, talking about you.
I'm sorry, Cindy. I know
A Quiet Place. Jim, A Quiet Place is a good one for sure. I haven't seen it. I say it's a good one. I heard about it. I heard it's really good, and the second one's coming out, A Quiet Place too. So, yeah, they're definitely coming out. Yeah. Steve likes Wall-E, but he hates The Rock.
We know.
Yep.
I don't like Wall-E.
But
I wanted to like Wall-E because it's Wall-E.
Mm-hmm.
It's named Wall-E after one waltz. So, but I didn't like it as much as I should.
Bird Box, I did not like, Charlie. I'm sorry, I didn't like it.
I've seen it.
I didn't like it. Yeah, I just didn't. I didn't like Bird Box at all. It's Sandra Bullock, and it was meh, but I don't know. It just wasn't that good to me. But so there you go. That's our post-apocalyptic movies. What was that?
Little Walt liked Bird Box.
No, I did not like it. Not at all. It was.
I haven't seen it, so.
I don't know. It's not my kind of movie. But anyway, so there you go, guys. That's our post-apocalyptic movies. I do want to talk a little bit of Disney. Obviously, everything's still shut down. Disney has changed their plans. They are technically closed now, Melissa, until further notice. And You and I were talking about it the other day, and we'll talk about it on stream with everybody. At this point, from what we're seeing, they're not taking reservations until June 1st. So what do you think of that? You think that's when they're going to reopen?
I have no idea. And I don't know if they're having people agree that they understand it's tentative, because we really don't know. I mean, it's kind of out of our hands.
Mm-hmm.
All of it depends on what's announced. You know,
Mm-hmm.
there are a lot higher authorities than Disney. So kind of just taking it one day at a time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh, absolutely. And Rhiannon's right. She said, I can't believe Walt moved to Florida as Disney closed. You could not make this stuff up. It's wild out there. Yeah, it's definitely.
Maybe it's our fault.
Maybe, I don't know.
We had a running joke at my old office that everything was indirectly my fault, so maybe that's true.
It's true.
Steve says, moved yet, though, so.
Steve says Walt's really upset that he hasn't been able to go to Disney without Melissa. You know what? Here's the thing. But in all seriousness, moving down here has been fine. But what's been weird about it is it's one thing to not be able to go to Disney, but we can't do anything. I mean, we can't go to the movies. We can't go to the beach. We can't go to the mall. We can't go to the bowling. That's what's been really hard. You know, we've done without Disney when we lived in Maryland. Okay, that's fine. You know, we'll get there when we get there. But we can't do anything. That's what's been really, really hard. And plus, Melissa's not here, and it has been tough. And Russ says, does this mean you're moving back to Baltimore? No, we are not.
No.
Yeah,
I'm moving down now. We've moved my date. I was supposed to be later in April, but a lot of things have changed here in Maryland, so I'll be down sooner. I'll be down as of April 10th is when I'm leaving.
Mm-hmm.
So at least we'll be together,
mm-hmm.
and that will help. Yep. It's going to be hard, though, because, you know, our other son is up here and his girlfriend, and it's really a hard time because, you know, with not being able to do things, you know, all we have is each other. And it makes it that much harder because you're looking at one side of it going, oh, good, you know, we'll be together. And then you look at the other side and it's like, great, now I'm going to cry. So it's just a difficult time for everybody because, you know, it's just like, it's a real reality check when you know, life happens like this. And I'm
Deep breath, will you? Good Lord. Well, yeah, I'm so glad I asked you on tonight. No, Mike Wheeler says you're 100% correct. It is, well, it's a hard time for sure. Mike Wheeler says he thinks that they may open
I was running a mile a minute in the car. Walter's like, Mom, I've been here for 3 days. You're stressing me out.
I know. He probably can't wait for you to leave. Mike Wheeler says he thinks they may open a week or two early before June 1st, like a soft opening, so they don't have to worry about all the reservations coming in at once. That's probably true. That might be what they do. First and foremost, they can't do anything until the president lifts the national social distancing ban. So they need to do that first. And we are adjusting to a new way of life for now. Walt, Mason's not filling the Melissa void? No, he's not. But he's doing just fine. Exactly. It makes you realize makes you appreciate what you have and takes for granted sometimes. My parents were united.
Take a lot for granted. We do.
Yep, can't go to the beaches, can't go shopping, can't go anywhere. Isaac Nail, welcome in, buddy. Good to see you. It is what it is. But it's funny because, Melissa and I were talking about it last night. It is a worst case scenario moving down here. You literally can't do nothing. I mean, I'm in a small 1-bedroom apartment all day long, every day. That's it. I mean, with no cable, a couple of streaming channels, thank goodness. I have to work from here, sleep here, do everything from this small little 1-bedroom apartment. And it's difficult. It really is because you can't go out and do anything. Even if you can go out. You don't get me wrong. No, we're not quarantined. And I always tell folks there's a difference between restricted and quarantine. Quarantine, you can't go anywhere. Period. You are stuck inside. You cannot go out. With this, you can go out. But it's still hard because even if you wanted to go out, there's nowhere to go. Everything's closed. Yeah, get a dog.
I'm not having that problem so much. There's a lot that I'm dealing with here, you know, with the packing and the getting things together. And so I've been able to keep busy, but at the same time, it's just a lot to do.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, but I think it'll be, what's interesting to me is when they do reopen, I agree with Mike Wheeler in a lot of ways. I don't think they'll just say, okay, we're open, everybody, come on. I think it'll be a gradual thing, a little bit at a time, so that they can get themselves back up and running. and get used to the volume again, because you can't reopen Epcot if you don't have people to work there. And 90% of the people that work in World Showcase are foreigners. They're folks from abroad who come over. You got to get those people back before you can open up. So it's going to be interesting to see what they do. And I'd like to hear. Go ahead.
I was thinking there may be issues with that too, because depending how other countries are developing with the virus and things, maybe there's going to be restrictions on people coming in from other countries for a while. We don't know that.
Right.
Or for coming in from anywhere. I mean, we have restrictions now. They worry about people just coming from like New York or New Jersey or, God knows.
Right.
Like Italy right now. There's no way they're going to let anybody come from Italy.
Right. That's true.
They're real bad over there. So no Via Napoli.
Yeah, it's true. Candy Mom said, Epcot, I heard, will have to wait 6 months after the other parts of the park do. Yeah, and they might. I mean, it's going to take a while because, again, if they want it to be authentic, especially in World Showcase, they have to get those people back. I go out to get groceries for the first time in a week today. It was weird. Didn't seem like traffic was any lighter, but things were closed and supplies were limited. Just weird. Thank you, Eric.
Yeah.
Eric Newman said, congrats on 2K.
Thanks,
Thank you. Yeah, it's definitely been weird. Joey's Rose says, yeah, well, could you imagine someone with Keith's accent working in the UK pavilion? It'd be like, yo, you guys need a lager. Yep. But you know what? Candy Mom said, yeah, there are a lot of people driving around. Look, if you're in your car, you're social distancing. It's just that simple. You're more than 6 feet away from other people. Trust me. So it's definitely it's a weird time for sure. Let's see. Today is Isaac Neil's dad's birthday. Good. Well, happy birthday to your dad for sure.
Happy birthday.
No one enters, no one leaves. It's true for sure. And Noah says, does that mean Walt will ride the Starflyer once it reopens? No. Sorry, Noah. That's not happening.
The only thing open in Florida, he will not ride it.
Yeah. Yep. I think Avery
somewhere.
says, yeah, I think Epcot will be the last to open. Pretty sure Disney's Hollywood Studios and Magic Kingdom will open first. Has Runaway Railway and Rise, so that'll be top priority. Yeah, I just think, look, Animal Kingdom, Hollywood Studios, and Magic Kingdom, I think will all open together. Unless they have something in place. I think they can all just open. It'll be interesting for sure. Candy Mom said, Zip's accent running a pavilion. I'd pay for that. I'd like to see Zip in Morocco. Russ says, one of our local churches has been doing drive-in church. You park your car, and they are doing the service from the front porch.
Oh.
Okay. Whatever works.
That's
works.
Yeah.
Mike Wheeler,
streaming a lot for service.
Yeah. And that's a good way to do it, too. Mike Wheeler says, yeah, I know someone that normally has Monday lunch with her friend, and they sat in a parking lot in their own cars and ate lunch together to keep their social distance. Fair enough.
Aww. That's a good idea. Because, you can talk from the car.
Yeah, and you can. That's exactly right. And you're keeping your distance. Donna says Richard rode the Starflyer. He loves it. Well, good for him.
No way.
I'm not going with him. Sorry, I am never, ever, 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 ever riding that ride. Well, so what are you looking at?
No, I froze.
Oh, okay. I was about to say, what is she looking at?
No, my screen froze. I looked over because Walter's kitten is acting like a complete nut. He's jumping on. He jumped like 12 feet in the air, and like I keep looking over at him, but then my screen froze. So I was like,
"Which ride?" Steve, the Starflyer. I'm not ever riding the Starflyer ever. Steve said, "What ride? Never." What if we got the 5,000 subs? I'd say thank you very much, but no, I'm not riding the Starflyer ever. I can't do it. Yeah, there you go, Mike Wheeler. If I ever hit 1 million subs, there you go. If we hit 1 million subs, I'll ride it if I hit 1 million subs. How's that? But what is the Starflyer? Tim Pruitt says. Don't worry, Melissa. We're not going to hit 1 million subs. Tim Tracker doesn't even have 1 million subs. We're not hitting 1 million subs.
He doesn't?
No, not it. So Steve says he'll be on it in a few months. Got it. Talking about the Starflyer. Yeah, if it's open.
Right?
Russ says, I'm assuming you had a ground job in the Air Force. Yes, I did. I had a ground job. Yep.
Yeah.
I did have I had a clearance job. I'll just put it to you that way. I had a cool job. I'll ride it with you, Walt. Richard says, nope, sorry, buddy. I'll watch you ride it. I'm not riding it. Mike Wheeler says, the Starflyer is a swing ride that makes you see at a carnival, makes you think you're at a carnival, but it goes up 400 feet. Yeah, no. I'm not doing
And
that.
it swings out so far and goes like straight up. Feels like when you see the pictures, I'm like, there is no freaking way.
Steve said, no, I said we as in us, in you and me, as in me and you. No, I'm not doing it, Steve, ever, buddy. Nope, I'll watch.
You'd have to drug him, Steve, like literally drug him. Like
and not drag him, because I'll fight tooth and nail.
Drugs. Like, tranquilizers.
Yeah, no, thank you. Nope, not happening. Oh my gosh.
You'd have to put me out. I'd have to be out cold.
Yeah, and then that's it. But I don't want to, because then I could fall out. But anyway, so that's it, guys. We are. What was that? What you say?
Chain you in.
Yeah, I know.
Chain you in.
Yeah, 766,000 is what Tim Tracker has right now, so he doesn't even have 1 million.
Oh.
Note to self, Steve says, bring tranquilizers. Nice. Thanks, Steve. I appreciate that. Yeah, exactly.
Add it to the list of teams.
Yep. But guys, we are coming up on 9:30. If anyone in the chat, one of my mods can tell me, is Dean at the live place going live next after us? If he is, if someone could throw his link in the chat, I would appreciate it. Again, let's real quick, of course, thank Dean over at the live place for hosting the show here today. Family-friendly streams throughout the week. Check out theliveplace.com. It's a great place to find streamers all the time. There's always somebody going live, so check them out. And, of course, our two partner channels, Steve's World and Disney Dan. Steve went live last night with Just Another Monday Night, and he actually did Getting to Know You with Myers in the Mouse. So if you didn't see that, go check it out. I'm sure it was a great stream. Unfortunately, we had a lot going on yesterday, and we missed it, and I apologize, Steve. I'll go back and watch the replay. But check that out for sure. And, of course, Disney Fiasco for Disney Dan is on Saturday nights, and be sure to check them out as well. And with us again, thank you to everybody for helping us get to 2,000 subs. It's been an incredible journey. We've enjoyed it. We've made so many great friends from this community, from the live streaming. It's just been an incredible experience. We've loved it, and we love you guys. Anything you want to say, Mel?
No, I say very much. We so appreciate your support and kindness, and just love having this time together, because things are harder. So we look forward to future streams, because the next several weeks are going to get harder. It's only been a couple weeks, and we're already feeling like kind of chomping at the bit. I know everybody's in that boat. So I'm glad we all have each other and can find ways to get through it.
Yep, I agree. Team Marie Photography. Welcome in, Marie. Hope you're doing well. But yeah, I agree. Thank you again, guys. And a special thank you to Blue Nose Chris. That was an incredible super chat. Very generous again, buddy.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you so much for that again. He's been wonderful, great supporter.
Really awesome.
I don't even know what to say other than thank you so much for your generosity. But guys, tomorrow night, the Disney Nerd Herders, not quite ready for prime time. They go at 7. D&G Explorers goes at 8. And of course at 9 is the Disney Crew. Check all of those channels out. They're wonderful as well. Thursday night, I'm not sure who goes live on Thursday. I think that the Philly Crew goes live on Thursdays. Be sure to check them out as well. If someone could put some of these links in the chat, I'd appreciate it. I know I never talk about it, guys, but we do have T-shirts and merchandise. If you'd like a Mouse Talk T-shirt, they are out there. It definitely all goes towards the channel. We even have sweatshirts like that. They got some really cool stuff on there if you're looking to do that. But thank you all very much again for joining us. We love you guys, and like we always like to say, take care of yourselves and each other, and we'll talk to you soon.
Bye,
everybody.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.